Well, what up, guys? It's been a long time since we've talked. I've literally fished like 5 days this whole year, and I filmed every single one, and you guys watched all those trips. This is the 6th trip of the year, and it is already almost the middle of the July. Been a different year this year for me. A lot more family time, a lot more family stuff. My kid's been playing softball, and it's been crazy busy. Every single weekend's been softball, but I've had a blast because I'm a former baseball player. I played all the way through college, and being able to share this experience with my daughter and my wife has just been insanely fun and rewarding, and she loves it, and I love being out there with her, and I don't want to miss any of it for anything. But I am super excited to be back out here on the water trying to make a good video for you guys. So obviously I don't know what's going on out here, so we're gonna have to just kind of grind it out, figure out what's going on, and hope for the best, and hopefully find a bunch of fish. It's summertime, it's July, it's gonna get hot, so who knows what's gonna happen. Maybe some top water, maybe some reaction, maybe gotta slow it down, fish deep, fish shallow. I have no idea. These fish are all over the place, I'm sure. So we're gonna go out there, try to figure it out together, and hopefully put a good video together for you guys. Got one on the scramble. First fish I've caught on this so far. Little plopper style bait. Got him. Got him good too. Didn't take very long to get one, boys. Don't want to get hooked. Don't want to get hooked. 6-head scramble, first one of the day. All right, well, we started off with topwater today. Decided to go with topwater because topwater is fun. And when you haven't fished in forever, you just throw what's fun. We'll probably go out deep at some point and throw the big worm. I want to throw the bodega today. If you guys haven't checked that out, it's a pretty cool craw style bait. I'm hoping that it'll have that big profile that sometimes these fish really like in the summertime. But we're gonna give this low light a chance with some topwater. And hopefully we can get a couple more before the sun comes up and these clouds move out, because I'm sure eventually it's going to get sunny. So there's like a distinct grass edge right here, and these fish are sitting on that grass edge with this little bit of wind blowing into it. And if I can get this scramble to kind of be along that grass edge, I can get some bites doing it. So hopefully I can set up a little bit and just run this thing repeatedly over that grass line and be able to pull off some fish. I just caught one. The next cast, I ended up getting another bite. It just didn't eat it all the way. It's kind of a funky angle that I gotta reel this thing back because it's not on my strong side, but in order to keep it along that edge, I gotta kind of pull it back towards the grass. So it's like a funky stance, and I can't really set the hook very well, but thankfully with the trebles, it'll just kind of get them itself with the pressure. But it's kind of funky, but hopefully we can get another couple bites. There we go. Feels like a little bit better one than what we've been catching. This one was way outside on that grass line. A little bit deep. Yeah, that's a better one. A little bit deeper than the rest. Get a little bit better quality. Kind of common. Get those bigger ones deeper in that grass. Still not a giant, but it's definitely better than the last two. This thing's catching them this morning, boys. Catching them this morning. First trip out with this thing, guys. Actually, I've thrown it probably a couple other times, maybe one other day, and I didn't catch anything on it, but today it's working. So as I got closer to that spot where that fish just bit, and it was at the outside, there's actually a grass point that you can't see until you get closer, but that's where that fish was sitting, on the end of that point of the grass. And there's a little, oh, there's another one. A little bit of wind just pulled up on that spot, and that fish is just sitting there just like this guy. It's always cool when you're trying to tell a story and then you get one. They were smashing this thing this morning, guys. Smashing. I've also gotten a bunch of other bites that you guys haven't seen on camera, but a couple small ones just came up and just slapped at it. But getting these little grass fish right here. Got him. Edge of the grass again. That time I could see the grass edge. Could see the grass edge. Brought this thing right along that edge. Got him. There we go. There we go. First piece of structure in a while. Got ourselves a bite. Not a lot of structure along this bank until we got to this little rock pile. And then there was a bassie. Then there was a bassie. The scramble. Got him. Feels like a decent one. He don't want to come up. He ain't that big. He's just fighting like he's big. Just fighting like he's big. Well, guys, I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good start to the morning right there, throwing the 6-cent scramble. Only the second or third, maybe second time I've ever thrown that bait, and did some damage so far. I've probably only been fishing for like an hour, and I probably got 4 or 5 fish, something like that, just covering some water, find that grass edge, and going to town, getting some bites. No complaints on that. I don't care if they're big, small, whatever right now. I just want to catch some fish because it's been so long. First bodega fish. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. There we go. Brand new 6 cent bodega. It's a big old bait right there, guys. I think it's like a, I don't know, I'd have to look at the bag, but it's a big one. Cool bait though, craw style. I'll show you guys here as soon as I get this thing out of this fish's mouth. But rock pile out here. Nice little 2-pounder. But this is the bait right here, guys. I got it on a free rig. It's a craw style bait, big huge flappers on it. This is the green pumpkin blue color, but that fish just munched it pretty good. You know, I look at this bait, big profile. It screams summertime to me with these big flappers on the back of it. I think I'm not surprised I caught a fish on it. It's a big profile. I like big profiles in the summertime. I feel like those fish are kind of just down there. The water gets warm, and I think they like those big baits, like a big worm, big jig, stuff like that. I think these bigger profiles may not get numbers out of them, but generally you're probably going to get a little bit higher quality. That fish I just caught wasn't a giant, but I think that over the course of time, throwing those bigger plastics like that could get you some bigger fish. So I've had these bodegas for a while. I had them before they were released to the public, and I just didn't get a chance to take them out and go fish. And I kept looking at them and I'm like, I'm gonna catch fish on that thing in the summertime. I just know it. I couldn't tell you exactly why, but I just saw it and it just screams summertime for me. And first trip out, throwing it, first time ever throwing it, and I got one. I think you could Texas rig it. I think you could Carolina rig it. I got it on the free rig right now. I think there's a bunch of ways you could fish it. Big old jig trailer if you need to. A lot of different things you can do with it. Shaky head too, I think it'd be a good factor. Well, no matter how the rest of this day ends up going, it's been a success. Caught a bunch of fish. Caught a couple fish on some brand new baits, which is cool too. The 6 cent scramble, which is a popper style bait or a plopper style bait. And then that big old bodega on the free rig. That thing's kind of cool to throw. A little bit different than what I typically throw. I throw a lot of like hog wallet style baits out here in the summertime, big worms, stuff like that. Topwater's a staple. I imagine the crankbait might be a deal too. I might have to pick that up at some point today. But overall, not a bad start to the trip. There we go. That's a big one. Dang, that thing choked it, guys. Look at that thing. 6 cents buzz gill in its throat right there. Check that out. That is rad. 6 cents buzz gill in there. Perfect hook set. Best one of the day so far. Little skinny guy, but I'll take it. Pretty cool. Well guys, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't usually throw these kinds of baits, and I literally just picked this up not very long ago, and I got one real quick. So that's a good sign. That grass is super key to get these bites, and that one was the best one so far. It still wasn't like a giant, but it definitely was a good one. And I don't have a problem throwing this thing around and just covering water, finding all this grass and just going to town, making a bunch of casts and catching fish. Fun way to fish, topwater action. Just come out of that grass and get it. Another one on the buzz gill. When they want it, they want it. Not a big one, but fun. There we go. Got him. The hook that I'm using, I think, is a little bit too small. I lost a couple doing this, but it's a good little bait, guys. Got this grass up on the bank, just covering water. We get one every once in a while. Pretty fun. It's better than dragging a worm or something like that, but flip gill, or no, buzz gill. That's what it's called. There we go. This is a fun way to catch them, guys. Buzz gill. All right, guys. Well, the Buzz Gill from 6 Cents definitely puts fish in the boat. It's a cool little bait. I had it rigged up on a weighted swim bait style hook. Probably wasn't the right size. I probably need to go to like a 4/0 or a 5/0 hook for better hookups. But it's all I had in the right weight. You want to keel it. You want to have a belly weight on that hook so that way it keels it out. But cool little bait. Goes over the grass pretty good. They're super durable, so that'll be a bonus for a lot of you guys. That doesn't really bother me too much when they're disposable, for lack of a better term, because a lot of times that gives more action, so it's kind of give or take. I know a lot of people want as durable as possible, but sometimes durability kind of sacrifices the amount of fish you end up getting to bite, because that plastic's so much harder and you don't get as much action. But a bait like that, you definitely want that harder plastic so it holds up, because it's going through all that cover and everything like that. But cool little bait. Caught a bunch of fish on it, missed a couple fish on it, but that's just because I didn't have the right hook for it. But good bait to kind of just reel over grass and puts fish in the boat. And then, guys, if you want to get anything from 6 Cents Fishing, use my discount code. It's Luna10. That way it'll save you some money, and then it'll let them know that I sent you over there. That discount code is the only way that they know that, you know, I was promoting it and doing my job. So please use that discount code. And then one other thing, Waterland Fishing Optics, seeing those grass lines and then seeing where the pockets are is super key when you're fishing like this. And having a good pair of polarized sunglasses like Waterlands definitely help you put more fish in the boat. You don't always see the fish, but you can definitely see that cover, and you can kind of see those lanes, which can be very key for those fish to come up and eat that bait. So head over to waterlandco.com, check out their sunglasses and their different apparel. My discount code for them is Luna15. That's waterlandco.com. Discount code is Luna15. Going on the new Ridge Lizard. Another first time fishing this bait. The old Ridge Lizard, got one on the Carolina rig. Can't tell if it's any good or not though. It's all right. It's all right. No complaints. No complaints. There we go. Ridge Lizard, tail's gone. Well, today's been a pretty good day so far. Caught a bunch of fish on baits that I've never thrown before. This is the brand new Ridge Lizard from 6 Cents. I got it rigged up on a Carolina rig. It's got a bunch of action on it. All the little claws on there kind of disconnect. I'm just pulling them all off, so that way when you're got that bait down in the water, these little arms are all gonna move down there. And then it's got a unique tail. It's a smaller version from like the ridge worm that I've caught a lot of fish on out here. It's a big 10-inch worm. Now they got it in this lizard, and this thing caught me a fish already today, and caught fish on the scramble, which was the first time I've caught fish on the scramble, also on the Buzz Gill, and now the ridge worm and the bodega. So everything that I've caught fish on today, all brand new baits that I haven't used before. So this lake always gets windy like this. Pretty much every day you get this wind that just kind of comes down through the canyons of this lake, and that's why the Carolina rig's so effective here, I think, is because it's something that you can keep bottom contact pretty much no matter what, because I got a 1 ounce weight on this thing. So no matter what the wind is, no matter how bad the conditions are, you're always going to be able to feel that bottom. And these fish get on these rocks all the time. And what I'm fishing is a rock pile out here in this arm, and this Carolina rig just helps you feel everything in that wind, and playing around with different baits. You can kind of find your personal preference. This is a new bait to me, so I wanted to give this ridge lizard a shot, and so far it's got me a fish on the first trip out, so it looks pretty promising. The old bodega hanging out of its mouth right there. Fun day out here, guys. Well, the old bodega did it again. Got ourselves another fish in the boat today. It's been a great day so far. I'm surprised I've been able to catch so many fish, because usually like the first day back, you're just trying to figure out what's going on, so you kind of feel lost. But it seems like everything that I've been doing today has been getting bit. I think the lake's fishing good. I've seen other people catching fish, but it's always cool to be able to catch fish on baits that you've never used before or that are brand new. It just gives you more options, different things that you can add to the arsenal, keep in the boat, and gives you more options on those tough days when you just can't seem to buy a bite. Bodega fish right up on the bank. It's cool that they're eating this thing so good today. Pretty cool. Little bodega action right there. Bodega up shallow. Can't get bit out deep, guys. Normally in the summertime you get bit out deep out here, but for whatever reason I cannot get bit out here. The bodega is getting in the afternoon, that's for sure. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's kind of nice fishing shallow. I feel like most of the time I'm fishing deep when I fish here, but right now I'll go out deep and I try to catch a couple and it doesn't happen. Go back shallow, catch a couple. So I think we just got to eliminate the deep game, but I just feel like my best chance for catching a big one is probably out deep, but I don't really know for sure because I haven't been here in forever. But typically you catch your better fish out deep, but right now I can't get bit out there. Alright guys, so we had a pretty good day today, caught a bunch of fish, but I just want to go over real quick what I was using in today's video, like the rod, the reel, the line, everything like that. This is the 6 cent scramble. This is the color I was using. I don't know the name of this color, but I'll put it down in the description. I had it on a 7.2 medium heavy ESP 6 cents rod with a Daiwa Tatula SVTW reel. And then I have K9 Fishing 14-pound fluoro. It's not 100% fluorocarbon. They call it that, but it's actually a copoly. There's a little bit of sink in this, but when you're reeling this with the rod tip way high, that line never actually gets in the water, so you don't have to worry about it bringing the bait down into the water and messing up the top water action of the bait. Got a bunch of fish. This is the same exact one I was using all day long, didn't switch up or anything like that, but this is a great combo for any of those plopper style baits. It's got a nice bend in the tip right here, so that way you don't pull it away when those fish go and bite this thing. And then for the bodega, caught a bunch of fish on the bodega today. Had it on a free rig with a 3/8 ounce weight, 5/0 hook on there. Daiwa Tatula Elite reel on a 7.4 heavy unicorn rod from 6 cents. Then I had 15-pound Pro 100 from K9 Fishing. This is their 100% fluorocarbon, and this stuff is good stuff. I like to go with fluorocarbon, straight 100% fluorocarbon when I'm dragging something. I think you could do a lot of different things with this bodega. I think you could throw it on a shaky head. You could Carolina rig it, but I think the free rig obviously was the deal today. Caught a lot of fish on it. Now, I did catch another fish earlier on the 6 cents ridge lizard, and I had that on a Carolina rig. Same setup as this, 15-pound test K9 Fishing Pro 100 on a 7.4 heavy unicorn with the Daiwa Tatula Elite. The only thing different is I had that 1 ounce weight to 14-pound K9 Fishing fluoro to my hook and ridge lizard. And then another presentation that I caught a lot of fish on today was the 6 cents Buzz Gill. It's in this white color, and I had it on a hook that's probably too small for this bait. I'd like to be able to get a 4/0 or a 5/0 in there. It's gonna help me with those hookup ratios, but this is what I had in the boat, so I went with it. It still worked, and in a pinch, it definitely will get the job done. I had this on 65-pound braid, K9 Fishing braid, old school Corrado 200 E7. These things almost sell for what they are what they were brand new, but used. This is probably one of the best reels ever made, in my opinion. And then I had it on the 6 cents Vega rod. I was throwing this thing all around the grass, on top of the grass, so having that braid was key, and then having that really stiff frog rod was also key. If you're doing it in a little bit more open water, then you might want to go with something a little softer than this Vega frog rod. But when I was around all that grass and everything like that, I'd have to let them eat it a little bit longer than I normally would because of that small hook, and then I'd go and I'd jack them. And the reason I had to do that is so that way they could get a little bit more of this bait in their mouth. But by the time I went to set the hook, they were already down in that grass, so I really had to pull them through that grass. And then the braid's gonna help you cut some of that grass, and then that stronger rod is gonna help you to pull those fish out of the grass. Pretty cool little bait right here. I definitely recommend picking some of these up. I will be putting these on a buzz bait as well. I think they're gonna be perfect for that. But anytime you have that grass that's kind of topping out over the surface, a bait like this will get the job done. And then again, guys, don't forget about my discount code over at the 6 Cents website. It's gonna be Luna10 for anything on the website. If you wanna sign up for their subscription, monthly subscription sack, that's gonna be Luna Super 6, but all the tackle, rods, everything like that is gonna be Luna10, so make sure you take advantage of that discount code every time you shop over there. But guys, I hope you had a good time watching today's video. I hope you learned some stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.